This shit that she did right here, that looks like the fucking witch come out the woods to give Snow White an apple and shit. Eat these ribs, Negroes. No, they're not poisonous. Sleep. Sleep. Every week, the Legion of Doom, they're more nefarious and they sink so low. And every week we say, can they sink any lower? And this week, Oz, they have.
The answer is yes all the time.
The answer is yes all the time. Right when you didn't think that they could get any lower, now they're allowing drunks to join. Yeah, they get. You might have heard this story, Oz. Baby, you might have heard this. It was a story about these two women waiting outside of their apartment, waiting for AAA to come by for their car. Woman, I guess she's just coming from the bar, or she's been somewhere getting drunk, and she sees these women, these two black women, and she decides to tell them, you know what? You do not belong out here because you are not as beautiful and white as I am.
Wow.
So you niggas just run out of here. So yeah, and the thing about it is the bragging that went on with it. I'm about to play this right now. It's the bragging that happens because it's not only enough that she was in her mind beautiful, and we'll leave that open for interpretation for you guys. Also that she is white, but she's like, bitches, I got money too.
Where do you live? Because I want to get this on film.
Yeah, we
Where
got
do
you
play?
on film, honey.
Because this is Myers Park. This is South Park.
She's like, the white side, Myers Park. Do I have to say anything else?
Girl.
Ma'am, would you please leave us alone and go home?
I live here.
Go over
I
there then.
pay all my.
By the way, she's talking about how beautiful she is that you hear later and how white she is. But you know what? You can always tell white trash with that fake leopard skin that she got on right now.
I mean, that ain't real?
she hunted it by herself in Africa.
I would believe that. Like she actually ran one down and just bit it by the neck and killed it, and now she's wearing its skin.
I don't want to drop my video, so you go
Oh, I'm gonna drop my video.
She dropped the phone.
I'm still gonna make $125,000 Monday morning.
By the way, by Monday morning, Spectrum said, "Fuck you, no, you don't."
Exactly.
Fired her ass right away.
Surprise, surprise.
She didn't even make Monday. I don't even think it was 24 hours later where Spectrum was like, you know what? We don't know this bitch.
She was working for Spectrum?
Yeah, I think so. I have an article right here. This is from CBS News. A white woman in North Carolina was fired from her telecommunications job and could face criminal charges after a viral video showed her harassing two black women in a parking lot. Now, some of the things that you're missing here, like she was going off. She was talking about how beautiful she was because how white she was. And I think we can all kind of maybe disagree with that.
No comment.
And I only say that because, look, if you got to brag about it and be so ugly on the inside, it does nothing for you on the outside. You are a fucking creature right now in the night. Literally. Stalking people. And she was also saying things to these women like, what you here for? You in that faux black accent. What you here for? You here to see your baby daddy? And these women cool, like, man, we really don't need this shit right now. Cars broke down, and the last thing we need is some ugly ass wild white woman coming out from the darkness.
Did you summon this girl? Where demon come from? Looking crazy.
Goddamn Freddy Krueger coming out here and shit messing with us. The thing that they're trying to get her for assault charges. They had another video where these girls were up on the balcony and the woman was still down there. These women going back in. The woman is still down there lurking in the darkness, threatening them. And she said, "Now you." I'll get your black ass.
like Tales from the Hood or some shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It just shows me that I think she's a very lonely, sad person, and she doesn't have a real life, so she's just messing with other people.
Well,
Why
you know
don't you
what?
just go back to your fucking
She ain't got a real job either.
Yeah.
Good.
This is not how you try to make friends.
Yeah. It's big. This shit that she did right here, that looks like the fucking witch coming out the woods to give Snow White an apple and shit.
Eat these ribs,
Negroes. No, they're not poisonous. Sleep. And get the fuck out my neighborhood.
But you know, this is what they were up on their balcony. She's still out there lurking, and she said, "All right, you know what? This is North Carolina." And North Carolina, well, you know how we do. We open and carry, which means I have the right to pull that shit out if you feel like I'm threatened by you.
You go.
I don't know, but you're harassing us.
What?
Do I need to bring out my concealed weapon? And so all this was caught on tape. There's another woman who ruined her life. You know, that's the funny thing about these kind of situations. You know, if your $125,000 a year job means so much to you, then leave people the fuck alone and go to your job. You know,
this shit always ends the same way.
It always ends.
Somebody try to be big and bad, try to enforce their will or their way against somebody else. Next day, wake up, fucking jobless.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they try to pat themselves on the back. Look what I did last night. Yeah, we saw that shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean?
She sounds like that. That's the only thing that she's proud of. Like I have a good job and I'm white. I was like, okay, you don't have anything else in life. That's it. Okay, cool.
That is true. You know, that mean, you know, people who, and this goes for anybody, but we'll just talk about the pattern here. Most of these people who claim, you know, I'm white, that's all they got. They ain't got nothing else. They need a hobby. You know, they need to do something.
Get some friends, some shit.
Something. I mean, that's an insecurity on your part. Anytime somebody got to boast about the most, superficial thing about themselves because they fear somebody else, they are sorry ass people, man. And as far as, and you see this happening all the time. And I don't know what, at this point, it's become such a regular thing, especially with this weekend where you had the synagogue attack. The dude sending out the bombs. What was the other one? Oh, two black guys got shot outside of Kroger. Because some guy was mentally ill and just decided to like scream racial slurs to people and finally kill two people. It gets to a point like, fuck it, Oz. Are we gonna have to replace our eyeballs with cameras because or have the phone grafted to our hands because this shit seems to be on the rise, but it's only seeming like it's on the rise because we're getting it more on camera, on video.
Yeah, and a lot of that stuff, even a lot of stuff that we are getting on film, camera, a lot of that stuff isn't even helping our cause for a lot of these things. Thankfully, these cases where these white people have been calling on black folks while they're just doing regular shit. These haven't escalated to a point where the black people who are being stuff called on them, they're actually being defended, and that's the only good thing I can say that's coming out from that at least. But as far as trying to defend, us even more, I don't know what else to do.
I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I think I'm playing. I love that. I love that idea of having a camera installed in my eyeballs. Now, you folks out there, a lot of you have this whole thing of an Orwellian society. I already talked about this. Oh, big brother out there watching everybody. Tell you what, I love my big brother. My big brother look after me real well. Because without my big brother and without all these cameras everywhere, this would be, a lot of these things would be a completely different situation. You look at things, and I'm being serious. I'm not making a joke. You look at things like dystopian movies, or you look at things like even more like Black Mirror. Episodes of Black Mirror, they're supposed to show you this dark vision of the future.
Hey, half the organic memories you have are junk.
Not mine. Mine saved my ass. Mine showed that somebody else was trying to actually harm me. But if the camera wasn't on, anybody could tell a story, and all of a sudden it's my word against them. This person gets even if that person doesn't get punished, they get to go away scot free for doing something hateful. You know, that's what and that's what we see more and more. Because a lot of people are saying, "Are you ready to give up your privacy?" I'm like, "Are you ready to quit fucking with me?" You know, because until then, I'm ready to sacrifice a little bit, because that's the irony of it all. You know, we got to have this out there.
Well, the privacy you have is already given up. You have a social security number, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, then you're already in the system, my friend. So
yeah,
you're already being tapped. If somebody wanted to tap you, they got you already.
Oh, I've given up a long time ago. They talk about the cameras in your laptop. Somebody out there has seen me jack off already. You know, I'm just saying that's just how it is. I gave up a long time.
That's the best comedy out there.
Yeah. I hope you had a good time. In fact, somebody came by and was like, "Man, cut that shit off." Give that man his privacy. We don't want to see that. But and the reason why that privacy is sacrificed and some people are accepting it more. Look, I don't want this society either where everybody sees every move, but at the same time, our privacy is being interrupted by other people. A lot of people are treating this shit like they're Nazis, man. They stop normal people out there. They stop other people of color and demand. They have this entitlement where they demand, I need to know every bit of information about you. And we just saw that not too long ago where that guy tried to get into his own apartment, and that woman was blocking him and wouldn't let him in because for some reason, even though he had all access to even his apartment, she felt like he should not be there.
You can film me. That's fine.
I understand that, but you're blocking me.
Into my building.
Okay. And it's my business.
What unit?
I don't need to say that information.
I'm uncomfortable.
Okay, you can.
I'm uncomfortable. You know, you all up in his face and you uncomfortable.
Who cares about your comfort?
Yeah. And like I said,
weaponizing her whiteness again.
Yeah. And these people, the funny thing is, it's whether you know it or not or realize it or not, it's a typical get off the sidewalk while I'm walking situation. You know, I have the right of way. I have dominance over you. A lot of people don't realize what that's what it is, but that is exactly what it is. And let's reverse it. And here's the weird part of it. Let's reverse the roles. Now I won't use myself because I'm a non-threatening black man, but as you, if you were to
wait, what?
Now imagine this. Just think about this. What if Oz? Well, I'm using because he's bigger than me. What if Oz had stopped that woman at the door and said, "I demand to know your apartment number. I demand to know your personal information so I can know you belong here." And she'd be like, "So what? You can rob me later? Or bust in and rape me?" And if the police came in, the police would say that you were assaulting her.
Of course.
Because of how you look. And it's the same thing people do to these folks right here where you are demanding, "I need to know you belong here because you don't belong here." You know what I'm saying?
Yep, that's the card and the place that they try to put everybody in, man. And that's and that's the sad part about it, right? Is that you have to sit there and try to defend yourself without trying to defend yourself. You know what I mean? Because you know your rights. To especially that guy walking into the building, he knows his right. He knows he's lived there, but he has to kind of talk to her, but not talk to her in a certain type of way to protect himself. You know what I mean? And it's a stupid game that must be played and a dumb dance that has to be done, to try to get some sort of justice for that. And of course, it ended the way these things always end, which is great. And am I mistaken? Is that her boyfriend, the woman who was doing that, is he black? I read that somewhere.
I think he was half black.
Okay. I guess the good side was.
Yeah, because he usually walks in the room with his white side first. Okay, you can come on in. But it's weird, man. But Martin actually, he told me something. He's like, what was the dude that had the? Because I said, well, could it be that maybe she really was just scared of a dude coming in and it had nothing to do with him being black? Then he's like, who was that guy that owned the basketball team? Sterling. Sterling. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He said, well, he had a black girlfriend. He didn't like niggas. So, hey, because he talked shit about his team. He would run a plantation. So, hey, It's a complicated thing. A lot of people, and plus that dude, sometimes it goes in shades. You didn't see the guy in the video, but I saw a video of him later, and he's a dark skinned guy. So sometimes that could actually have an effect on people too.
Colorism at work. You're right.
Yeah, shit. Black people are scared of other black people based on different shades. Yeah, hell, I've seen black people be like, oh hell, come this dark skinned motherfucker, open the door. So it happens, man. It's a weird thing.
50 Shades
Shit gets
of Black.
deep.
That's too black. But yeah. So it's a sad thing, man. It ain't gonna stop. That Legion of Doom is just getting bigger by the day. So who knows, man.
But they taking themselves out though, so that's good.
That is true.
Yeah, I like that they all get fired from their jobs. Maybe at least some weird white people would be scared. Like, if I do something they recorded, I'm gonna lose my job. Maybe I should just stop doing it.
Yeah. It's funny because the Legion gets bigger, but they always stay broke. So
that treehouse is getting really crowded.
Damn, ain't nobody got no money. We ain't got no jobs.
That's why we
took it from me.
Damn it.